Right now, I'm about to go into a direct approach and how to go up to a girl on the street so that you can the next time you see a pretty girl on the street, you won't pussy out. And ultimately, that's what the fuck we're all here for. So let's not just waste any time. First and foremost, the direct approach, because that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about direct. There's really three types of openers. There's direct, there's indirect, and there's situational. For now, we're going to go into direct because I think direct is one of the best ways for a new guy to just kind of shock and awe. You know what I mean? You know how some of us have learned from swimming through being thrown into the fucking pool. That's just the reality. And direct is a great way to just put your balls on the line and see that it's not nearly as big a deal. Because when you go direct and you genuinely compliment a girl and you don't do it in a catcalling way, or you don't do it in a needy way, you don't do it in a way where it seems like you're trying to get something, you'll get very warm responses. Even the rejections, the majority of the approaches you're gonna go to, you're gonna get a great warm response. The girls are gonna be saying certain things, unless you come across like a really, really nice, awkward dude. Then they might just try to let you down easy. But if you come across strong and you approach them directly, you will almost always get a very positive response. So let's not waste any time. First of all, when you go up to a girl directly, you want to make sure your body language is right. You want to make sure your vocal tone is right. You want to make sure your eye contact is right. So eye contact, nice and strong. 80% of the time, you should be having good eye contact. Your body language, do not be fidgeting. Don't fucking fidget. Whatever you do, be aware of your movements. Move smooth, you know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with having high energy moments and giving her a high five, but don't fidget. And ultimately, don't stutter too. So your voice, your eye contact, your body language, check. We got all those things checked. Now, when you go up to her, your vocal tone itself, you want to be able to, let me put it like this. There's three ways to go up to a girl directly. I think of it like this. You can go up casual, you can go up high energy, or you can go up serious. Now, I've had success with all three. So it really doesn't, it depends on the girl, it depends on your style, it depends on your mood. You don't have to go up to a girl like, oh my God, I just thought you were cute, I had to say hi. At the same time, you don't have to be super duper serious. I have done both successfully. So let's just go through each one example-wise. So first of all, first one being serious. Let's try serious. I'm just gonna try to do it exactly how I would do it. Normally, typically, if I go to a girl on the street, I take a breath beforehand because that lets me enunciate my voice easier. That's a little bonus tip. So always take a breath. So normally, I might do something like this. Excuse me, I noticed you walking by and I thought you looked absolutely stunning. I had to say hi, otherwise I'd probably be kicking myself for the rest of the fucking day. So hi, I'm Jay, who are you? Something like that. That wasn't exactly how I do it, but that's basically a more serious approach. My voice is deep. I take time between pauses. My eye contact is there. I approach her with a strong excuse me. It's not just like, excuse me. It's like, excuse me, I noticed you walking by and I thought you looked absolutely stunning. I had to say hi, otherwise I'd be kicking myself for the rest of the fucking day. So hi, I'm Jay. Who are you? That again, you could feel how like, I'm taking my time, I'm pausing through the words, I have the eye contact, and ultimately I approach her in a strong manner. I'm standing, I'm approaching her in a strong manner. That can get her to stop. Now, of course, obviously, you want to be able to transition into her personality, into her interests, into her passion, so I might just quickly, that's also why I extend my hand out and I go, who are you? Because I know whatever I say, I'm already ready to take it to the next action. A lot of dudes, you don't have a plan. So whatever you say, you're trying to go off of what she does to decide the next thing. I already know what I'm going to do next. I'm going to shake her hand, which is going to break her. It's just going to break her immersion for a second. Now she feels more socially, subconsciously okay to speak to me because she's just like, haha, oh my God, thank you. Oh, okay, yeah, my name is blah, blah, blah. You see how it's just kind of like all came at her all at once, and it puts everything into your frame ultimately. That's one way, seriously. Now, let's try something a little bit more casual. Now, casually, a good example of this is one time I was on a platform and it was super fucking hot. There was this hot white MILF there and I had been approaching all day, so I was already over it, but my approach anxiety was gone. So I literally walked up to her, I was hot as shit. I think I asked her what the next train was, or I think I asked her what the time was. As she's looking through her time, I just go, actually, I lied. To be honest, I just thought you were really cute, and I had to say hi, and it's hot as shit, so I'm just bored, so fuck it. I just had to say hi. Who are you? By the way, my name is Jay. That's not word for word what I said, but that's basically what I did. I was so hot on that platform that my low energy was actually genuine, and because of that, she felt casual. Like, she actually I was lucky, because a lot of times when you go up to certain girls, their energy might just match what you're doing. At that moment, she was a very dry, sarcastic, artsy type of chick. So the moment she saw me being kind of like, yeah, I lied, it's really hot, I just thought you were cute, I had to say hi. Once she saw that shit, she was like, you could tell she kind of started playing along sarcastically. So I was lucky that I went up to a girl who happened to be on that vibe. And that's a lot of time what's gonna happen when you go up to girls congruently, is you'll meet those girls who the energy that you go up to them with happens to be the energy that that girl resonates with. And that's when it starts to just click right off the bat. I ended up making out with that chick on the actual subway itself, in the train. I mean, that shit felt amazing, because it was literally like a whole day of approaching, and then the last day I'm just like, fuck it, let me just try this one last one, and it just ended up going successfully. And I wasn't super high energy, I was just super low casual energy, and it goes to show you that it's not necessarily dependent upon one single energy. So another example, a third example, is something more, well, that was more serious, that was more casual, and something more playful, something a little more high energy. This is something where when I'm in a groove, after 20 minutes of warming up, now I might start being a little bit more high energy. Now, again, it's not about which one works the best or whatever the case is, but try all three. So a high energy one could be something like this. Excuse me, I know this is really random, but I literally saw you right there and I thought you looked absolutely stunning. I had to say hi, otherwise I'd be kicking myself for the rest of the fucking day. So hi, I'm Jay, who are you? That's something like that. That's something like that. I went up to a girl like that recently in my neighborhood, and what the reaction that I got was very high energy. It was very like bubbly. When you go up to bubbly chicks with a bubbly energy, it can click. You know what I mean? When you go up to calm chicks with a calm energy, it can click. So it's just a matter of playing the odds. So I got lucky in that sense when I went up to that girl in my neighborhood, because she immediately responded with like, oh my God, wow, I never had a guy like go up to me with this much energy. Like, she responded with so much energy back that it just became this back and forth of high bubbly energy. And that's another great way, because that allows you to be playful, but the only thing is, don't get too caught up being playful, because I actually got a little too caught up being playful with that chick, and then logistics got in the way and she ended up having to go somewhere, and I just got too caught up flirting, and which is something that I tend to do. And you have to remember to get serious. Remember, besides all three openers, the most important thing when you go up to a girl on the street, when you go up to a cold approach situation where you may not ever see that girl again, as in not school, not work, not the gym, not some slow burn situation, you have to remember, the goal is to build the deepest possible connection in the shortest amount of time possible, because you don't know what could pull her away or what she may have in the way that she has to go do. So when you can master developing and getting into deep conversations and topics with women to develop that deep, solid connection, that's the shit that will ensure that second date. Now, I know what are topics for a deep connection? Things like hobbies. I'm gonna go through it. It's like 8 or 9, for example. These are the unleashed, deep, solid connection topics. Her hobbies, her passions, her dreams, her ambitions, her family, her childhood, her struggles, her tragedies, sexuality, and also introspective things, like just outside of this physical reality. When you actually get her to think like, hey, if I was a hot alien guy, would you fuck me? Or not an alien, it doesn't have to be that clown. You could just simply say something more serious, like, if you could do anything in the world without fear of money or failure, what would it be? Now, when you start going to those introspective topics, that's when you can really build that connection. When you go through those 9 topics in depth, that's when I can guarantee you'll see her for a second time. I know we see a lot of videos where there's that quick 2-minute flaky number, but I'm telling you, man, this is really the way to go. Because think about it like this. If you build a connection on the same surface level and you talk about the same thing that she talks about with her friends, her coworkers, her family, then guess what? Your level of connection is going to be on the same level as those people, that's just not what you want, period. But you can go out to a complete stranger and talk about those 9 topics in depth. Now, obviously, it's more chronological. That's why I started with hobbies, with passions, with ambitions, with dreams, with childhood, with family, because that's more chronological. Now, when you can get to the end, you're talking about sexuality, introspective things, as well as tragedies and bad things in your life that has happened. That's when you really build that dualistic connection of yin and yang, where she feels like, wow, I really see him as a person. I see his vulnerabilities. I see his strengths. I see his family. I see his sexuality. That really builds that connection to where she sees you a second time. I want to emphasize this because at the end of the day, the approach does not matter if the goal is not in mind. And the goal is that's the thing. I've been doing this shit for so long. Let me put it like this. I've been doing this shit for over 13 years, and it's like I don't have time to waste. I don't want to just dick around and flirt and whatever the case is. I'm not here. Like, I'm here to, let me put it like this. I would rather 2 solid sets, 2 solid girls than 12 flaky ass numbers. I would rather 12 lions than 100 sheep. That's basically what that means. When you can take that time to develop those real solid connections with the girl, that's when that shit is really gonna come through for you, man. Any last notes? Also, I just want to say, man, thank you for watching. First of all, I've been up and down mentally because I'm excited. At the same time, there's days where you wake up and you kind of feel like, shit, man, it's like we're growing, but I'm in the same spot, but I'm growing, but I'm in the same spot. And I'm sure you kind of feel that way with women and yourself, man. I know there's in a lot of situations. I work with clients where they finally get that cute girl. Maybe they have sex with her, but then maybe they kind of fuck it up afterwards. And now she doesn't contact them or whatever the case is. Or there's another situation where they thought they were having a groove. And then it's like you take 2 steps forward, but then you take another step back. And I know that feeling, man. Ultimately, we are all on this journey together, even if I'm not on that journey with women right now, because I'm at the point of abundance with women. Like, I'm okay. The other parts of my life, this journey, this channel, this website, that's the beginning journey that I parallel to you, bro. And ultimately, we're both on that journey together. There's days where you wake up, you feel like fucking Superman, you're on fire. And other days you wake up and you kind of feel like Clark Kent. And ultimately, man, it's about waking up every day, putting that S on your fucking chest and trying again, man. That's about it. That being said, unleash your best, man. Like, subscribe, comment below, hit that video. And with that being said, man, confidence is bred by confidence. Don't get caught slipping around these hoes, my friend. Peace.